has made it, Earl has said, and this goes back to dudes being slighted. This goes back to dudes feeling like they slighted and not wanting to fight somebody because they feel slighted. Earl has come out on record and said that he is not fighting Keith Thurman. He's come on record and said that he refuses to fight Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? But how do you refuse to fight a top quality competitor in your division? You know what I'm saying? Earl is saying that he's never fighting Keith Thurman. He said something to that effect. Something to the effect of he's not fighting Keith Thurman, or he has no intentions of fighting Keith Thurman. Something about that. And most boxing fans can acknowledge that Keith Thurman was in no hurry to fight Errol Spence. Most boxing fans can acknowledge at very least that much. Okay? But even with that said, you never fighting Keith Thurman? You never fighting a top competitor in your division, a dude that held 2 titles in your division, a dude that virtually has the same resume, if not a little bit better than you do at this particular point in time? You're not fighting him? You don't see the purpose in making a fight like that happen? And then you made that statement not even knowing whether or not Keith Thurman could come up on a belt. Keith Thurman could come up on a belt at some point in time. Might not be at 150, 147, but it could be at 154. All these dudes gonna move up real soon. All these dudes are gonna move up real soon. So by you announcing to the world that you not fighting Keith Thurman, what the fuck really, what is that really? You know what I'm saying? My guy Jenna's Barber says Earl is Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that really? You not fighting Keith Thurman? But here go the thing though. Here's the problem with that situation. Because again, these dudes say that they feel wronged. They feel slighted. Okay? My name is Errol Spence and I feel slighted. I wanted to fight Keith Thurman and Keith Thurman didn't want to fight me. I feel slighted. I have a problem with that. Okay. But Keith Thurman wasn't the only one that wasn't trying to fight you. Danny Garcia wasn't trying to fight you when you were calling him out. Sean Porter wasn't trying to fight you. You were calling him out. And both of them got fights. So if it's such a problem and you're Errol Spence, if it's such a problem for you not to get a fight from a fighter that you've been calling out, if that's such an issue, you've been chasing this dude, and he ain't fight you. Why turn around and fight other dudes that did the exact same thing to you that Keith Thurman did? Sean Porter was in no rush to fight Errol Spence. Danny Garcia was in no rush to fight Errol Spence. But why does Earl okay with fighting Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, but not Keith Thurman? And this is what we're talking about, keeping the same energy. Keeping the same energy. Danny and Sean, you can fight them, but you can't fight Keith Thurman? Come on. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You know. And then to make things worse, you're talking about a Keith Thurman that's literally been on the shelf for the last 2 years, a Keith Thurman that's been inactive, a Keith Thurman coming off of injuries, a Keith Thurman that is You know what I mean? You say he's this, you say he's that. That should be easy pick. So clearly it's not that much of an issue, because you wouldn't have fought Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, because none of them dudes were trying to fight you. Same thing with the Andrade situation. If Jermell Charlo thought it was such an issue for Andrade to pull out of a fight, why turn around and fight Tony Harrison when he pulled out of the second fight? If you have such an issue with dudes pulling out of fights, if that's such a big problem for you, Tony Harrison, you shouldn't have fought Tony Harrison in that second fight, because he pulled out. Errol Spence, he should have never fought Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, because they was avoiding him too, along with Keith Thurman. Danny Garcia and Sean Porter wanted no parts of Errol Spence. So explain to me, why is it okay for Errol to fight Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, but not Keith Thurman? And then why is it okay for Jermell Charlo to say, I'm good with fighting Tony Harrison in a second fight, but not Demetrius Andrade after they both pulled out of fights? You know what I'm saying? My God, Janice Barber says, could Keith beat Errol? Keith could beat Errol. I think Keith has a shot. You know what I'm saying? I think Keith got a shot of beating Errol. Absolutely. G Parker says, my bad. It's fuck me, then fuck me. It's fuck me then, fuck me now. LOL. I'm at work, bro, trying to be quick with it. I hear you, boy. I hear you. I hear you. Keep that phone down low. I know what that is. I know what it is. Yes, sir. You know, man. But hey, we got to keep the same energy if that's how you feel. The moral of the story is, man, we're gonna conclude this part of it on this. The moral of the story is this. The moral of the story is this. Avoiding top competition for whatever reason. For whatever reason. At the end of the day, it's ducking. At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? There's really no other way to describe that than ducking. You know what I'm saying?